Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into Shooting Gear Reviews. Today we are going to be checking out the Umarex Emerge 22 cal multi-shot brake barrel, and this definitely gives you a lot for the price Umarex is offering it at. Now starting off, you can see we've got a black synthetic stock with a rubberized butt plate there, nice texturing on the grips. We've got a safety there in with the trigger. We've got pick rail up on top to mount your scope on. We've got included open sights. We've got a shrouded barrel that does have some silencing or dampening technology built in. This thing's pretty darn quiet. And of course, the crowning glory of this is really the 12-shot repeating action right there. This is much better, in my opinion, than your typical brake barrel, because with this guy, you load your magazine, cock it, and you're ready to go. No more of that, fiddling around, fighting to get the pellet in the breech and all of that, so on and so forth. This actually shoots it straight out of the magazine, so it's a relatively simple mechanism. There's no pellet pusher or any kind of probe that has to take place. It just shoots the pellet literally directly out of the magazine, down the barrel, through their little silence air technology here, and out with pretty good force. Depending on what you're shooting, you're gonna get maybe right around 20 foot-pounds out of this 22 cal right here. So definitely enough to hunt some small game, and obviously plenty to do backyard plinking and shooting. The one thing I would maybe ask for a little bit better is if Umarex could include a slightly better scope, that'd be great. But you might, if you guys pick one of these up, you might want to go ahead and pop for just a little bit better scope, because like me, you might also be somewhat disappointed with this included optic. It's just not the greatest. Another thing is that you will need higher mounting, because with this magazine and open sights here that are sort of high up there, if you get a low mounted scope, you're not going to see over those very well. So you've got to get it up at least a little bit above that so you can have some clearance. In fact, through this scope, I can still see the open sights on this gun, because this is only 3-power scope anyways. So that's enough about optics, and I think that's enough of really a look at this. It's a brake barrel, so it's relatively basic, although this one does have the repeating 12-shot system on there, so obviously it's a little bit more awesome than your standard brake barrel. And speaking of more awesome, no gun is awesome unless it shoots awesome, right? So let's head over to the range there, 25 yards, test out some different pellets in this guy and see how it does. All right, well, it's looking pretty good so far in the accuracy, and I want to pop in here real quick with one thing I forgot to mention when we were kind of going over the gun here, and that is this breech block here is all metal. So the magazine is made out of metal, the breech block here is all metal. Of course, every component up in this area really is all metal construction. So if you're worried about quality on this guy, even in spite of its relatively low price, they didn't cheap out in those areas, which is important for the accuracy and longevity of your brake barrel. So there you have it. Let's get back to some more shooting and finish that out. So here we are at our target here, 25 yards. Let's pull it up so that we can see those groups a little bit easier. So that shot was already there. There's our group with the Umarex brimstone pellets. Those did pretty dang awesome. Up here, this shot was already in the board, so we've got 5 shots right here that went a little bit high with the Hades because those are a lighter pellet. Wanted to get them on the dot, so I brought a group down there, did 5 more with the Hades. So it's kind of like, what is it like better, Hades or brimstone? Kind of funny, right? Anyways, we did a group there with the Rangemaster 18.13s. Same thing as like a JSB 18.13, and turned out not bad either. You know, this is a super fun plinking gun, and definitely within 25 yards you could use this to hunt some small game. It's not a match break barrel, but it is a repeating 12 shot, super affordable and fun to shoot break barrel. Only thing I would say is maybe if I had a little bit better scope, I could have probably cranked some better groups out of this. In honesty of, you know, what you get with the gun, I wanted to show, you know, how it performs with the included optic, which is 3-power, non-adjustable objective. So that being said, you know, there's the excuse, the budget optic that comes with the gun. I think that if we had had a little bit better scope, obviously would have been easier to tighten down those groups a little bit, but showing it as it comes out of the box, I don't think you guys are going to be disappointed if you're not expecting any better than what I've shown you here today. You know, with a little bit of practice, getting the thing getting the gun broken in, you could probably tell it was still dieseling a little bit. You know, cleaning it up, might even tighten those up even more, still using this included budget optic. So there you guys have it. Thank you so much for hanging out, checking out the Umarex Emerge repeating 12-shot break barrel. I'm done here for today, but if you guys want to hang out more, definitely check one of these 2 videos out, and I'll see you over there.